According to WHO, 9 out of 10 people now breathe polluted air,
which kills 7 million people every year.
Nowadays, people are not conscious of the problems we're all facing.
We continue to pump out dirty emissions
from cars, factories, and fossil fuel combustion. Each time we breathe in dirty air, we take air pollutants deep into our lungs,
which mainly affects our respiratory and circulatory system.
Long-term exposure to polluted air can cause severe health problems such as
asthma, bronchitis, emphysema, and lung cancer.
When hazardous particles suspended in the air are inhaled, large particles get stuck in the nasal cavity.
These large particles are eventually sneezed out, but smaller particles less than 10 micrometers in diameter get deep into our lungs. For example, PM10 can cross your airways. PM2.5 can reach the breathing sacs in your lungs, and ultrafine particles may even cross into your bloodstream.
This causes inflammation, and it's common that if you are exposed to high levels,
you may experience irritated airways, shortness of breath, and coughing.
The most common pollutants that we breathe on a daily air
and mainly come from industrial production processes are ozone, nitrogen dioxide, and sulfur dioxide.
There are groups of people who are more susceptible to suffer from conditions due to air pollution.
Outdoor workers, older adults, and people with respiratory complications.
This is why some countries with a very large concentration of particulate matter take very drastic measures in order to decrease the high health risks into the population.
Therefore, many people wear personal protective equipment,
like using nose masks during haze environment.
We all breathe the same air.
And yet, we don't rethink on how our daily routines affect the world.
It is important to raise awareness about this topic.
This is why we decided to start a campaign, Air for All.
We started spreading the word of our campaign with our friends and with students from the Prepa Tecumbres, so we can inform about the effects of air pollution in our respiratory system.
We accomplished this by posting tips allowing anyone who follows our account to be able to follow the 5 tips of how to protect our respiratory system. These are 1. Avoid main roads. 2. Avoid rush hour exercise. 3. Walk away from traffic. 4. Open rear windows at home. And 5. Check daily pollution forecast.
From this last tip, we decided to share with viewers every day to our Insta stories the daily air quality forecast, and we provided our followers with a link so they could see it anytime they desired to.
We also spread information about types of food that protect our respiratory system, such as blueberries, raspberries, coconut oil, garlic, turmeric, and green tea.
To measure the impact of our campaign, we decided to ask our followers to answer some simple questions for us to measure the knowledge of the topic and raise awareness of this problem.
Simultaneously, we develop a technological solution for our problematic.
This device is made up of graphene, a one-atom thick structure of carbons that are densely packed in a honeycomb-shaped crystal. Graphene is the most impermeable material scientists have yet discovered. It's so impermeable that the smallest element can pass through it. This property makes it ideal to prevent pollutants from getting into the body, stopping the flow of PM 2.5 through the air.
This device removes any hazardous substances suspended in the air inhaled before it reaches the lungs. Graph-filter keeps particulate matter trapped and later on lets the body expel it naturally through exhalation.
The procedure to install the device is similar to an endotracheal intubation. There is no need of a surgical procedure, but the patient does need to undergo a medical procedure, in which the device is placed into a windpipe through the mouth.
Since the procedure doesn't require surgery, recovery is very simple. After the procedure is done, it is important to go to medical checkups every 6 months in order to take sure that the device is working and there are no problems with it.
With the desire to create a community of awareness in order to promote clean air for everyone.